Hello, divas, diamonds, and dolls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Femininity with Mama Gail. Today, let's talk about being open to criticism. One of the biggest complaints that gentlemen have about women is they are not open to criticism. Now, while I do agree that there are some gentlemen who are just not open to criticism either, let's talk about two things that a woman should not be open to criticism from a gentleman. If number one, if he is not open to criticism, you're not going to criticize me and not allow me to openly give you constructive criticism. And two, if he's a narcissist, if you are dating a narcissist and he is not open to criticism, but he wants to criticize you, point the finger at you, whoever your partner is, it doesn't even have to be a gentleman, whoever it is, if you are in a relationship and they are not open to criticism and they are a narcissist, you don't have to take constructive criticism or take criticism from them, period, if they're not willing to receive criticism from you. Now, let's on to our video. Young ladies, we have to be open to constructive criticism. When you know a man's heart and you know that he's not telling you anything to hurt you, to damage you, things of that nature, and you're not open to criticism, if it's something that's turning him off, something that he does not like, you ask him to communicate and then he communicates and you have an issue with it, then it's a problem there. You have to be open to criticism. And so must the gentleman. If it's something you are not happy with, wouldn't you want to be able to go to him and say to him, sweetie, I don't like such and such you need to change and be more compassionate, or instead of you being so boisterous and outspoken about everything, maybe you should learn how to curve your words and hold your tongue. Or if he's aggressive, sweetie, you could have handled that just a little bit better, being the gentleman that you are. You don't have to be so aggressive. Now, I do understand that we all have not grown up the same way and in the same environment, and we don't handle things the same way. Even in my talks, sometimes people say, I'm kind of aggressive in the things that I say. But I say the things that I say because I want you to get the point. And where I live, this is how we get the point across, by saying things straightforward, straight with no chaser. Sometimes it sounds a little aggressive, but I take the constructive criticism because if I want to reach my audience, then I have to learn how to reach you at the point where I can reach you. So constructive criticism from your mate is very important. And if you ever want to know if he really loves you and want this relationship to work, he's going to give you constructive criticism. If he is, let's talk about sex first. If he is going down on you and it's a little tart down there and you enjoy the pleasure that he's giving you, if he says to you, baby, you a little tart, you shouldn't be offended. You should get up, take a shower, do what you need to do to make it tasty down there. Go to Spencer's and get you some tasty treats to, laminate down there. Make it taste and smell good. And continue on. In the same way with him. If you have a problem in that area and you don't like the way his body smells, then maybe you should share with him instead of enduring it and holding your breath and trying to keep, from offending him. Constructive criticism makes a relationship last longer. Sometimes there are things in women, we can be catty, chatty, gossipy women, where some men are turned off by that. When they are turned off by certain things and he says to you, baby, I don't like when you down talk people, or I don't like when you have these conversations and you're just so gossipy. Why do you have to be so gossipy? Or, the friends that you hang around and things of that nature, if they're a bad influence on you, if instead of you looking from the outside in and saying, you know what, babe, you're right. It's like I'm a different person whenever I'm around them, or you're right. When I'm talking about other people, it's not a good look for me, especially being a feminine woman. Take the criticism, look at it, and don't just say, no, I'm not. No, I ain't. No, I didn't. No, that's not. He talk about you being tart down there, or you stink down there, but I don't never complain about tit for tat. Take the constructive criticism. Look at it for what it is. If you are procrastinating and keep saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and you've been procrastinating for years, and he says to you, babe, you've been saying that for years, and you haven't made no change and no effort to do anything yet, you're offended, but was it true? Constructive criticism. We have to be open in relationships. We want this relationships. We want men to communicate, but we want them to communicate what we want them to communicate. We want to hear what we want to hear. But when it comes to being constructive and you receiving constructive criticism, you want to receive gifts. You want to receive sex. You want to receive anything except constructive criticism. When constructive criticism is a crucial part of every relationship. You want to tell me you love me? Things that I can't see, that I need to see? As long as you're not saying it in a harsh, demeaning, dehumanizing, offensive way to me, I don't have a problem with it. But if you're saying things to hurt my feelings, like the narcissist would just throw up things just to say things to bring down your self-esteem and try to hurt you, you block that. Reject that. Refuse to accept that. But constructive criticism is a beautiful thing coming from your mate, especially when the two of you reciprocate and you're not doing tit for tat. But if it's something that is holding him back, keeping him down, something that's ugly, something that he can improve, and you tell him about it, it's a beautiful thing when you can bring out and point out what it is. It'll make your bond stronger. That sweet spot doesn't just come with you being his sweet spot just because you listened and talked to him. You being his sweet spot comes with you giving him straight with no chaser, absolute with no cranberry juice, giving him the straight honest truth. This is what it is. You don't have to say it harsh. You don't have to be mean or demeaning. Constructive criticism can build your relationship. If you love each other, you're going to work on it. This is Femininity with Mama Gail. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a blessed and prosperous day, divas, diamonds, and dolls.